So I finally got the chance, an opportunity to be able to look through and record a little bit through some analog night vision goggles, a pair of binoculars, some PVS 15s used that a buddy of mine now owns, and I got a chance to look through them and kind of compare them to the NVG 30 just to see how they stack up. So let's check it out. Okay, so just to show you, this is the darkened environment that we're in. The guys are standing right there. I got two buddies standing right there. You can't see them. That's how dark it is. And this is what we're going to do. So we're going to look through the NVG 30 first. And as you can see, once you put the NVG 30, now this is no IR, now no infrared lighting. The NVG 30, better than nothing. Now you can clearly see the guys. There's my buddy Chris wearing the goggles there with the helmet set up, and there's my other buddy Bell. And so we're going to take a look what those look like here in a little bit. But right now, this is the NVG 30 going through some. Now here we go with the IR, lighting up the area there with some IR illumination, and that makes it a little bit better. But you do get splashback, so turning it back off here, we still get a decent visual. So here we go. Now we're into the analog. So here are the analogs. These are the PVS 15s. PVS 15s. Just looking through one lens there. Obviously, I can't put the camera phone, the camera up to both lenses, but there's one there. And I'll switch over to the other side. And of course, we got it nice and focused. And you can see the superiority of some analog Gen 3s, PVS 15s, and how much really better they are. But we're going to talk about the pros and cons of all this type of stuff here in a little bit. And then again, that's how dark it was there. You saw that. I switched over to the left side. Could use a little bit better focusing on the left side, but there they are. And that's it. That's how good they are compared to the digital NVG 30s. But there are some downfalls to owning equipment like this. There are some pros and cons on both sides, and we're going to talk about that. All right, now let's talk about the pros and cons of both of those. What you have here is analog versus a digital, pretty decent digital, but you can clearly see the superiority of the analog versus the digital. There really is no comparison when it comes to that. However, you're talking about the price point difference of about, $5,000 to the NVG 30, which costs less than $500. And so when you need something that's just good enough, and the NVG 30 is good enough, then, just under $500, $450 is a really good price point for what it does. So with that being said, if you're not, doing any serious, war fighting or, anything like that to the degree to which you need to really hide yourself or not be able to use, any infrared lighting, because some of the pros that the NVG 30 has is, it's got onboard IR illumination. It has a digital zoom, 4 times digital zoom, and it's got different color palettes, 4 different color palettes. You got black and white, you have the green, which looks great. You got white phosphor, also looks great, and the normal, what's called normal, which is the color version of that, which also looks great. Another thing that the digital NVG 30 has that analog, it's analog, it'll never have, is onboard recording, and it does come with its own SD card, so it does have the onboard recording. So we're talking digital zoom, up to 4 times digital zoom, 4 different color palettes, onboard recording, onboard illumination, and it works. It works really well. So if you're not worried about others seeing your illumination through night vision goggles themselves, then you have nothing to worry about. And even without the illumination, the NVG 30 works great. Now, let's talk about the analog. Analog looks better. It just does. It's always going to be better. It's always going to be more superior, especially Gen 3 analog. It's going to be excellent. But once again, no zoom, no change of color palettes, no onboard recording, no infrared onboard infrared lighting, and you can't really overly expose it to any bit of lighting because it's got the tubes inside that are susceptible to damage, and you will burn those out with any significant lighting. Now, as superior as they are as far as the night vision capabilities are concerned, and they are superior, they're very good, um, there are downfalls to it, you know, like the things I just mentioned. Another downfall, and to me, the biggest downfall, is its price point. Just how expensive these things are. We're talking $4, $5, $6,000 and more for Gen 3 night vision goggles, especially dual tubes. Again, really, really great, superior, but when you want to go with something that's budget friendly and does the job, the NVG 30 is a great pick for most people. Uh, I don't make that kind of money to be able to just drop 5 grand plus on something that, you know, I don't need to use uh, in a very, very severe manner, like, like going up against, opposition forces or anything like that. I'm not a professional soldier or anything like that. For me, it's good for the job that I do out here in the nighttime. And the digital version of a night vision is really, really good in urban settings, because if you need to look at dark spots, like let's say in there, all this light out here is not going to bother it, and you don't have any tubes to burn out. So there's a lot of pros with digital night vision, and whereas the biggest pro with the analog night visions is just is it's a superiority as far as night vision stuff's concerned. But you can't use it unless you're in an extremely pitch black area without putting it at risk. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Like always, if you feel like you wish to purchase an NVG 30 for all that it's good for, then you can hit the link in the description. Please use the link, my link there, and use my discount code for 10% off, which is equivalent of about $50. All right. See you guys next time. God bless.